Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with, of course, my son Michael Anthony Fitness, and he's listening, got the headset on and all that, those wireless earbuds and things. I ain't got that kind of stuff. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I've been feeling kind of feisty lately, and I've been literally going after, and I just not taking crap no more. And I don't know if this is something wrong with me or whatever, but I've just been a little bit tired and edgy. So I've got a contest that's running right now. If you can prove that Dak Prescott is a garbage quarterback like they say he does, those talking heads and all that stuff. I talked about this in a video earlier where I showed quarterbacks, because we keep saying that he's just garbage quarterback. He's done something that only two other people have done more to start their career, and that is throw for over 15,000 yards. He is third on the list behind Marino and Peyton Manning. And people say, oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, if you take all the touchdowns that he's made, he's third on the list of all quarterbacks. I'm sorry, second on the list behind Peyton Manning. Okay, on the list, if you want to just say quarterback passes, touchdown passes, he's got 97, which is tied with Carson Wentz, which is ninth on the list. Completion percentage, I believe, all time, I believe he's fifth. But yet people will say he's garbage. So if you can explain to me why he's garbage, you get a shot glass rack for free. And I keep hearing all these scenarios of things the Cowboys should do to replace him, and I have yet to hear a single one that improves the Dallas Cowboys' chances of winning. When you say trade him to Miami so we can get Tua, so you're going for a guy who has not played a single down, who's coming off hip surgery, and you figure that that's going to make them better. Is that what we're looking at? I've heard sign Phillip Rivers. Well, Phillip Rivers, they just let him say bye. We're just done because pocket quarterbacks are gone. I've heard sign Tom Brady, who, they're saying, well, we'd immediately win the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady had the best defense in football, and he threw for 209 yards against the Titans. So I'm not sure that one is going to be the answer for us winning the Super Bowl. And so then, of course, people will say, well, he's asking for too much money. Well, we have the fifth most money on the cap right now at $77 million. And if the Cowboys wanted to or needed to, I want you to understand this. Going into last year, the Eagles were $25 million in the red. They didn't start out the season with $77 million. They were in the red, but yet they somehow signed a boatload of free agents like Deshaun Jackson, and they ended up redoing Carson Wentz's deal and still ended up with money at the end of the year. Now, the Cowboys have fifth most in the NFL, and that's before they decide, Tyrone Crawford says he'll restructure his deal or he'll take a pay cut. But if he's cut alone, there's another $8.1 million right there. And if they need to, the Cowboys could restructure some contracts very easily. If you believe that Zach Martin is going to be able to play for more than 3 or 4 years, well, you can turn around and get $8.1 million tomorrow. I wouldn't do it with Tyron Smith, but you could do that with Tyron Smith again like they've done in the past. You got Jalen Smith. If you think that he's going to be around for a few years, you can grab 5 real quick from him real easily, as well as other players. The Dallas Cowboys, if they wanted and needed to, wow, I think they're getting ready to bulldoze that stuff over. Looks like they've gutted them all out. Looks like some changes going to happen with the redevelopment. Sorry, caught my eye. I need blinders. But if the Cowboys wanted to, they could have about $120 million of cap space, just like that. And with the salary cap going up $10 million a year like it's been going, and once the new agreement goes through, I get, they're looking at an extra $5 billion over the next 10 years for the players and upping the compensation to the players. That's another $15 million a year on it. You can do those things. You can sign Dak, Amari, Byron Jones. You can sign your rookies and any of the players that you deem valuable for this team, as well as make a splash in free agency. And that mostly is thanks in part to three people. Dak Prescott, because he hasn't been paid over the 4 years, and that you've literally spent $1 million a year. Will McClay, who's done a great job at getting talent drafted, so we haven't had to go out and sign a lot of big name free agents. And Stephen Jones, because even though he signed D-Law to a big ass contract, you've got outs on it that you can get out from under in 2 years without having dead money, because the dead money that we have right now is less than $2 million, which is nothing in comparison to, you think of what the Giants ended up putting in as dead money for Odell Beckham's contract. So from a financial house, you can do anything you want to. If you believe that this team is close, you get your quarterback signed now. You use a franchise tag on Amari Cooper if you're worried about his durability. You can use a transition tag on Byron Jones and hold those guys for another year. You have money if you want to say, I'm going to get the meanest SOB defensive tackle and put him in there and try and stop the run. You can do all these things without sacrificing anyone. And I'm just trying to understand how, when you put out there the numbers and the things that have been accomplished by Dak Prescott, that it's just poo-pooed and it's not good enough. 15,800 yards passing in 4 seasons, that's nothing. 118 touchdowns in 4 seasons, that's nothing. Second most wins in 4 years, that's nothing. If it's nothing, how come everybody isn't doing it? How come Baker Mayfield's not doing that? And when we say, oh, it's about Super Bowls, well, in the time that Dak's been here, you had Pat Mahomes. We're not going to argue that Pat Mahomes isn't one of the best right now. Win 1. You had Tom Brady win 2. And you had Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, and I dare say that Nick Foles did heavy lifting. And I dare say that it may be the system that Doug Peterson was running that benefits the quarterbacks. The fact that you had a journeyman who's done nothing elsewhere come in and do what he did for the Eagles, make you look at it kind of like New England, where every quarterback does well in that system. But be that as it may, Aaron Rodgers hasn't won one since 2012. Is that, or was it 2011? Russell Wilson hasn't won the last 4 years. Hell, Phillip Rivers never has. Kirk Cousins hasn't. All of these guys haven't. So if your criteria is that Dak has done nothing, then basically you're saying that everybody else out there has done nothing. In which case, bringing those guys here, how's that going to improve us? Still waiting for somebody to win that shot glass rack. Still waiting. Stuff drives me crazy. Maybe that's y'all's intent, is to see me have a freaking heart attack going off on one of you idiots. Now that's a pothole.